Hello, dear students. Greetings of the day. This is the eighth lecture of chapter 3, first phase of Indian national movement. In last lecture, we studied about Gopal Krishna Gokhale, one of the prominent early nationalist leader. Now we will study about Surendranath Banerjee. Surendranath Banerjee was one of the prominent early leader of Indian nationalism. He was the moderate. He took birth in Bengal in 1848. He was born in Bengal in 1848, and he was a nationalist leader, prominent journalist, and a well-known educationist, right? And he was the first person to qualify Indian Civil Services Examination, ICSE, ICSE, Indian Civil Services Examination. He was the first person to qualify. So, question is asked: who was the first Indian to qualify ICS or Indian Civil Services exam? Then the answer will be Surendranath Banerjee. And then after clearing this exam, he was appointed as magistrate in Assam. He worked there, but when he opposed the British policy of racial discrimination, he was dismissed from his post. And then afterwards, he started teaching at Metropolitan College. He became the professor of English there, and then he set up his own school. Later on, this school was named as Ripon College, right? And then after that, he was elected to Kolkata Municipal Corporation, Calcutta Municipal Corporation, and he was elected member to this for 2 decades, for almost 20 years. Then afterwards, he was also elected to the Bengal Legislative Council 4 times. Bengal Legislative Council, we have studied that there were Imperial Legislative Council and various Provincial Legislative Council. So this Bengal Legislative Council was one of the Provincial Legislative Council. Like today we are having MLAs, okay, that type only, right? So he was elected there for 4 times, and then he was appointed as self government and health minister, right? Self government and health minister. He was the first person to hold this post. So if the question is asked, who was the first person to hold the self government and health minister, or ministry of self government and health, right? Then the answer will be Surendranath Banerjee. And then after that, he was having very famous, he used to say that opposition where necessary and cooperation where possible. Means wherever it is necessary to oppose British, you should oppose them, and if there is a little scope, or if it is possible to cooperate them, then you should cooperate also, right? Because he was a moderate leader. Then he Surendranath Banerjee founded Indian Association, and this association was founded to arouse the nationalism among Indians, to fight against the wrong policies of the British, and to educate people. Then after that, he founded Indian National Conference in 1883. So, what was conference? Don't get confused with Congress, okay? INC, Indian National Congress, right? Which was founded by A.O. Hume, Alan Octavian Hume, but it was Indian National Conference. It was founded by Surendranath Banerjee in 1883. Then this Indian National Conference got merged with Indian National Congress in 1886. Okay, now these both the parties became one. Then afterwards, he was appointed as the president. He was elected as the president of Indian National Congress in 1895 and 1902, 2 times. Then he used to publish a newspaper named Bengali, and the main aim of this newspaper was to mobilize public opinion. He wanted to create a public opinion to arouse political consciousness in them, right? And he also wrote a book, Nation in the Making. Book was Nation in the Making. So this book was all about the self-government. He published his views of self-government in this book. Then after that, he agitated or protested against the License Act. License Act we have already studied. It was act which used to regulate or the press, okay, The press were supposed to get registration according to this act. Then Arms Act also we have studied. Indians were not allowed to keep arms without license. Vernacular Press Act 1878 we have studied. Lord Lytton passed the Vernacular Press Act, that in which the vernacular newspapers were prohibited from publishing any news which was against the Britishers, or which could incite Indians against the Britishers. Then lowering age of ICS. Earlier, the lowest age, the maximum age limit was 21 to appear in ICS examination, Indian Civil Services examination. So that age limit was further reduced to 19. Okay, so at that age, it was really impossible for Indians to crack this examination. So Surendranath Banerjee struggled hard to again, he protested against this lowering of ICS, lowering of age of ICS. Then afterwards, I have written two things: father of Indian nationalism and Indian Burke. Right? These are the two most important questions. If it is asked who was the father of Indian nationalism, right? So you will write Surendranath Banerjee. Don't get confused. Father of Indian nationalism and father of Indian Renaissance. Father of Indian Renaissance was Rajaram Mohan Roy. Father of Indian Renaissance was Rajaram Mohan Roy, and father of Indian nationalism was Surendranath Banerjee, and he was also called Indian Burke. Burke was a British parliamentarian who supported the independence of Ireland. He was one of the prominent leader of Britain. So on his name only, he was given this name, Indian Burke. Okay, I hope you would have understood all these things. Thank you so much.